Now on second down. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. Sellers from the gun on 3rd down. Finds his target. And he's knocked down. They'll mark it at the 15. It's a 1st down in the red zone. The Gamecocks come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly. After losing a couple of yards, it's now 2nd and 12 as they try to keep this drive moving. Fires it. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down. They can't pick up the 1st without scoring. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, South Carolina.
And how about the wheels for the QB? You can tell, man, he can roll, and they are going to use him. This is just the 1st drive. You see him going for the touchdown. I imagine we'll see more of that guy running the football with that kind of speed.
That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. So the Kentucky Wildcats offense gets to come out for its first possession of the game. And we get a look at Kenny Menchie. What a game he had last time out. 3 touchdowns, better than 200 yards, leading his team to victory.
And Reese, man, he has been really, really good to start this season. Last week, excellent. But you do get that one loss on the ledger. But they've trusted him. They've put it in his hands. I think you want to see the consistency from the offense, Jesse, as it continues to grow, continues to get better throughout the season. But I've seen some great flashes.
Yeah, the amazing thing is when you talk to people on the inside of the program, they'll tell you if he can keep being consistent, play the way he did last week, they think they can go to the college football playoff. You mentioned the loss they have early in the year. They can't afford another one here in the middle of the season. He's got to play great today. But very quietly, they believe this could be a special year if this guy plays well.
Kentucky right back to the line.
Yeah, and it's a nice decision by the quarterback when you run these RPOs. Man, if you can give it to him and you can get such positive yards like that, continue to do it. Make that defense react a different way, then I'll throw the football.
The run inside. It's Barnes. Miles ahead for a pickup of 1 to the 32. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Makes the catch. It's Anderson. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. On the move. It's Barnes. Got a little grass. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run. On 1st and goal, they have a chance to answer with a score of their own. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Wildcats. The extra point here would tie the game. And the extra point was good to finish things off. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. Deep in the end zone, it's Bennett. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Nudges ahead for 1 out to the 16.
I think there's a couple of schools of thought in how you run the football and how you throw the football. Like some people say, I run the football to set up the throw, right? To get people aggressive. But this offense kind of took it the other direction, right? They came out throwing the football, now soften them up. Now let's see if they can start to get that ground game going.
to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
He'll try to get to the marker himself. They get him stopped at the 26, but that'll be enough for this offense to go to work on first down. And the Gamecocks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Motion from the back. Sellers escapes the sack. He's going to run it. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Rush is on. Finds his man. He's stopped at the 49 after gaining 10. It's been punch, counter-punch throughout the early part of this game as we take a look at the first quarter stats. So first down here. Back to work.
Just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
The kick is good, but the penalty flag indicates we've got a roughing the kicker call coming. Man, I hope the kicker's okay after that penalty. You got to worry about protecting them when they're on that plant leg. No shot to return that one as he boomed it out of the back of the end zone. They'll start on the ground with C.J. Baxter. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Handoff again. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33. Kentucky going quickly. On third down, here's Baxter. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Pulls and fires complete to the right. He's down right there, short gain on the grab.
Ooh, and that was close for the offense. They try to go wide receiver screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make him miss that time, but if I'm on offense, I'm going back to that play later.
Huge play there into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 46. Is Kentucky offense doing work? They're set up with another first down. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. He was grabbing for anything he could get a hold of and wound up with a fistful of face mask, and it'll cost him 15. He's changing the play. Drops back on first down. Deep shot for the end zone. In the end zone, he's got it. Touchdown, Wildcats. Extra point here will tie the game. And he tacks on the extra point. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And they covered the final 29 yards with that touchdown pass. From deep, it's Bennett. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Here's Sellers to throw. Right down the middle. Picked off. What a play to set him up. This offense has it with really good field position. Straight ahead, it's Barnes. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line. 9-yard pickup on first down, and now they can take a shot on 2nd and short. kept the last one on the ground. Now they'll throw. Got a big paw up there and knocks it down incomplete. The crowd getting behind this defense as they try to get a stop in the red zone. On third down, here's Baxter. He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it at the 12. Kentucky back at it with a fresh set of downs. On first down, it's Baxter again. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave them a little bit of everything on that one. The Gamecocks spin the first of their 3 timeouts. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. And the Wildcats have it in scoring position on first and goal. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Kentucky! Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. South Carolina's offense heads out to get this drive started. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
The Gamecocks send out the punt unit. They'll look to pin him deep. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. Wildcats come out and set and ready to go. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Ivory. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They'll run it out of the gun with Baxter. Gets the ball right to the 50-yard line, and that'll be enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. On first down, it's Baxter again. Breaks into the open. And he's got plenty for the first down, and now they'll have a chance to get their thoughts together coming out of a 2-minute timeout. Here's a give to C.J. Baxter. And he down, they'll mark it at the 19. Into the red zone, it'll be first down. The Wildcats kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. From the red zone, it's Baxter.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of the...
Touchdown, Wildcats! Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
And how big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a 2-minute type situation as you could have offensively. And, David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the first half.
They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Throwing, Sellers. He's taking the shot. Grabs it at the 25 in stride. He is in. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
That's exactly what this offense needed to do. You talk about answering at the right time, right with something together, try to come out with your hair on fire and win this second half.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. They'll start on the ground with C.J. Baxter. They make the stop, and he's got enough for the first down, and now this offense might have a chance to do something. Kentucky right back to the line.
Man, those are so hard to defend. You know, the quarterback, obviously he's doing the run-pass option and creating some indecision in my head. And look at that. He hands it off, and the back gets a quick 10. Easy. You know, like just chews up yardage. Just really, really tough to stop those kind of plays.
Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36. The Wildcats have it with a 1st and 10. They'll give it to him again. Gain of right at 7 yards, 2nd and 3 coming. Timeout taken by Kentucky. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. He's got it on the right. Turning it on. Ripping off the huge gain down to the 17-yard line. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. From the red zone, looking for a space. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. They get the timeout called here, and probably just enough time for 1 more snap to put up points before the half. Just enough time to get off 1 final play of the half. Out wide right, it's Barnes. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
From our gorgeous Orlando studios, it's the Week 5 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We start with a look at Rutgers. Taking on the number 5 team, the Indiana Hoosiers.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. And on that kickoff, we have an injured player on the field. That is their sophomore starting wide receiver. Hope he's just shaken up momentarily. Holly Rowe will keep an eye on it. Wildcats sending their offense onto the field. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman.
Oh, it's a fumble. Now look what I found. I'd say that's a stroke of good fortune. The offense keeps it. I don't know if it was luck or... And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. Quick give. It's Barnes. At the 45 on his way. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking for room. It's Patterson. He's got enough. Knocked down at the 25-yard line. Picked up 10 there and gets a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. This time the defense was ready and they stop him in his tracks. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one.
This guy's done a lot of good things early this year throwing the football. With that last completion, that now takes him over 1,000 yards passing for the year.
As the rooster crows, they are getting cocky and cockier on third down here. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll throw it. Couldn't quite haul it in. They almost had their first pick here late in the game. Now on fourth down, here comes the field goal team. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Right down the boulevard, it's good. And that lead grows even bigger.
How great is it to know that if you can get the ball down somewhere close to the 40-yard line on your opponent's side of the field, you're walking away with at least 3 points because this dude is automatic.
The Gamecocks offense heads out to see what they can put together here. Their first possession of this third quarter, still trailing. Defense did just force a field goal, and we'll see if they can grab some momentum with this drive. Nowhere to go.
And coming out in the second half, this offense, they needed to establish this run game. They needed to get something going. They're losing. They've got to find a way to get a flow, to get a rhythm. And so far here to start this second half, defense picking up where it left off.
Could not make his way to the corner.
I'll tell you, the offense might be setting up a shot down the field here. You might see them later fake the wide receiver screen and see if they can hit a tight end or another receiver running up the boundary. Keep your eye open for that.
And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. Throws it deep. And he makes the grab and gets the foot down. What a job for a huge gain there. And the Gamecocks come to the line in the hurry-up.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come over, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
Caught behind the line. It's Sellers. He's dropped. Long way to go on second down.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
Taken down. Third and long coming up. Sends it back in motion. Sellers from the gun on third down. Fires left. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
And the defense hasn't made many plays today, but who can make those plays late? And this place got really, really quiet just now. They made the big play. They forced the INT, and now a chance to build on this lead and make this place even quieter.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. To the ground. He's got it again. A confident, tough, efficient run. Gets it up to the 44. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Kept it on the ground. Now they'll throw. He's going to take off. His defense fully aware that he can run. They stop him after a short gain. And the Wildcats lining up, just needing a few tough inches on third down. Trying to squeak through the pile. He's stopped, but he's got enough to move the chain. They've already moved the chains a couple of times on this drive, now out close to midfield. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. After the run, now to throw. He'll pull it down and run. Gets down, and like they say, touchdown, first down, or get down, and he got 2 of those on that one. Here comes Kentucky after picking up that first down. Running inside, it's Patterson. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Red pass, it's complete. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job increasing it. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
And this is going to be incomplete on third.
Third and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
They're in. Got to make the play on 4th. He's got it, first down and more. And he's brought down, but he picks up the first down, and the gamble pays off. And the Wildcats, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Tough run here, it's Patterson.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Each brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Great play by the cornerback. In this offense, they're just trying to get this receiver the ball quickly to see if he can make something happen. But that cornerback was draped all over him. Nice job.
Grabs it. They will score. Touchdown, Wildcats. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17.
Aggressive, man. This offense does not want to waste any time. They try to score quickly. 3 passing touchdowns in this game.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Sellers. Oh, pressure's coming. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. He's got it on the outside. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
Well, you got to give the quarterback a lot of credit on that one, David. As soon as he recognized man coverage, there was no question where he was going to be looking. One of the fastest wide receivers in the game.
I was about to say, you credit the quarterback. It's his speed. You play him man-to-man, he gets open, he wins. I'm not sure why we're crediting the quarterback. He's got jets.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He found some really good running room on that one and just about got loose. As it is, good return to set up the drive. From the gun, it's Ivory. And he's brought down after a solid gain, and that'll be the final play of the third quarter. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Offside.
So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play. Offense getting set for first down. Right back to the well. He's got the first down. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense. The Wildcats, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Quick completion to the right. They'll stop the clock for an injured Wildcat. That is the senior offensive lineman who's shaken up. Holly Rowe will check on his condition. They'll need a bunch on second down. And he's knocked down. They'll mark it at the 15. It's a first down in the red zone. The Wildcats pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Trying to run. It's Ivory. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Pulls and fires complete to the right. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal. And the Wildcats go back to work after moving the chains through the air. And he's in! Touchdown, Wildcats! That one ought to give them firm control of this game, and they have gotten things going here, about to move to 4-1.
And a lot of times late in football games, you'll see offenses get really, really conservative with the lead. I like how this offense didn't go against the clock. They stayed within themselves. They stayed true to who they were. And now, big-time advantage, big-time lead, up by 17 in the fourth quarter.
Let's go down to the sideline and Holly.
Hey guys, down here on the South Carolina sideline, this defense has been the star of the show today. The offense has had their back against the wall, and now is the moment they've got to come alive. They are trailing in this game, and I could see them talking to each other before they take the field for this drive. Now is their moment. They feel it, and they're trying to get each other hyped up and ready to go for this possession. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. Here's Sellers to throw. Fires to the right. It's caught. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance. Big plays like that makes play calling so much easier. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 34. Dropping back, it's Sellers. Shoots it to the left. They needed a big play, and they got it. And the foot down for the first down. The Gamecocks come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Right side, it's Hunt. Touchdown, South Carolina! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Field shrinks, tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
Got enough for the first down. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. Open the drive with a chunk play out past the 40, and they are in business on first down. They'll ride the hot hand. Pickup of 5. It's now 2nd and 5.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Will wonders never cease if you're a defensive guy? They called PI on the offense this time. The penalty pushes the offense back for this 2nd down. He's got it on the right. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. They'll stop things momentarily for an injury on the play. There is a Kentucky Wildcat down. Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Left side is Rodriguez. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. This Kentucky offense really moving the ball quickly. The give and tick, 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 tick. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short game. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. The Gamecocks spin the first of their 3 timeouts. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Runs through a tackle. Got the first down. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Wildcats back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. So they'll use a timeout here. 1 more remaining, and, of course, the 2-minute stoppage coming up as well. Tackle behind the line, and he'll lose 1 on the play. They'll use a timeout on defense here. That's their final one. The clock stops just once more at the 2-minute mark. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He caught it, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Kentucky! They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. The run inside. It's McAllister. Hammers ahead for a yard out to the 12. And the Gamecocks want to crank the tempo. Throwing, Sellers. Keeping his eyes downfield. Spins away from the defender. Ripping through the defense. Goes out of bounds at the 25, and that's the way to get it out of your own end. They'll snap it from the 25 here on first down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Bennett. And what moves this guy has. The jukes, the wiggles, the squirts just went right past him and picked up the first down. Back to pass, it's Sellers. Here's a throw downfield late. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
Well, trailing this much in the 4th quarter, the offense is looking for an explosive play to try to ignite them and get them back in this one, but nothing doing. Nice job in coverage.
They'll go back to the air on 2nd down. Got it in the middle, it's Hunt.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field. Rally.
He wants to take the top off. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. All right, let me jump in here. They are going to go for it on 4th down, and I'm not sure they have much choice in this situation. 4th down, Sellers. They're all over him. Knocked down, but he's got enough to move the chains and convert that 4th down. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on.
He's got it down the field. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. The Gamecocks come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
And this offense has got to kick it in high gear now. Making a big play, that is great, but we got to go up-tempo. We got to go fast. We're trailing big in this ball game. We got to put a lot of drives together and maybe even get lucky with an onside kick.
He steps out of bounds at the 15-yard line. Big pickup on the ground, and they're rolling. Sellers, under pressure, slips a tackle. Rush right in his face. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. 2nd and long here. This defense will try to keep everything in front. Looking downfield, it's Sellers. Out wide right, it's Bennett. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain. They need a huge play on 3rd and long. Sellers from the gun on 3rd down. Fires into the end zone. A late game touchdown to put 6 on the board.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
They're definitely up against it. Time running out, down 2 possessions. They'll try the onside kick.
And you're just waiting for that right bounce, that right skip for that ball to get 10 yards to try to make something happen and make a miracle come to fruition. And, Palmer, it's not going to happen. The defense's hands team, they were ready, they were dialed in, and they get the football back.
Yeah, they fall on that one, David, and they can breathe a little bit easier now. But let's be honest, I mean, in college football, we've seen crazier things happen in these types of situations.
Headed to the end zone. Runs it into the house. Touchdown, Kentucky! Things a little more comfortable after that score and much, much closer to a win here in Week 5. Game is essentially over right now, and you wonder if it's really necessary to jack up the score like this.
It might not be necessary, but it won't be forgotten. I can tell you that, because coaches, they don't forget things like this. Late in games, you want to run the score up, get that extra touchdown. I'll get the chance in the future to do this back to you. I like it. Just keep it in the back of your mind.
Nothing wrong with a touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. First play of the drive will come from the 9-yard line. Here's Sellers to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Finds his man. It's Carver. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. To the line quickly. They'll spike it to save some time. Long way to go on second down. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Looking for a man. It's Sellers. Makes the catch near the sidelines, but he's downed immediately before he gained an inch. And the Gamecocks are in the hurry-up. Still firing away as he'll go down swinging. Out wide left, it's Sellers. And that is how we will wrap this one up.